Oh no, it's the unknown. He's gonna he's gonna understaff an event and put up a few fake bushes. Oh, phone was on. Hello, past me. There we go. Late night stream. Yeah, I needed to just do something, even if it was for only an amount of minutes. Right. I I forgot to set up the game visually. Give me a second. I don't want to give you the Willy Wonka experience or whatever the fuck it was called. Right. Felt emasculated because I streamed for 5.5 hours. I just didn't have the fucking energy to watch all of it. I'm sorry. I don't even know if I could watch a fucking Red Scott stream for like that fucking like. I don't ever expect anyone to watch the 4 hour finale stream I did of Fallout 2. It's too fucking long. Do you know what? Let's do that. Oh no, what? Having seen the Unknown's actor, what is this? Would you have sex of the unknown, and in what position would you have sex of the unknown? The thing is, the unknown could be anything from that creepy fellow with a top hat on in Rayman 1, or just, I don't know, some regular human being. I don't know what the unknown looks like. It could just be a fucking drawing on a wall for all I know. Um, do you need me to read you the story? Should I just? I mean, I might anyway. Fuck it. Do you know what? You're going to get it. Year is 1984. On a whim one evening, you decide to break into the local museum's basement and see what sort of treasures it might hold. One dusty wooden chest catches your eye. You open it, and a mob of strange creatures leaps out. A mob of strange creatures leaps out. Just, I don't know why. Again, I think it must be fucking late. My art that didn't look right to me. This particular chest was secretly a prison for the malevolent shop goblins, lured inside by the promise of delicious cheese and trapped for untold eons. They are now loose to wreak havoc on the world once more. You know what must be done. Grabbing a unique and fuck me, I read antique as unique. I thought grabbing an unique dagger. Fucking hell, what is the point of me having eyes? Grabbing an antique dagger from a pile of dusty artifacts, you give chase. People were well bored in the 80s. Is museum a bad job to have in the 80s? I don't know. There could be worse. You could do a good unknown cosplay. What, does the unknown just look like me then? No, what I meant to say was the unknown actually looks like PS1 Hagrid. Oh, okay. Was this game made in 1984 as well as being set in it? No, it was made in 2022. 2022. 2. There is some post-processing. There's a faint VHS effect on the game. I don't know if that counts as one. That could just be a generic effect for all I know. Fuck off. Minty. The unknown is just black robe and Doctor Doom mask and my hair. Fuck's sake. Was the hair at least in nice condition? Absolutely not. Oh, for fuck's. Comparing me to a right scruffy bastard. I've combed me hair today. You can't do that. Thank you, Reg. At least someone hasn't compared me to the unknown. Or if they have, they've at least said, "Oh, you've got nice hair, at least." You know, that's. I'll take what I could get. You look like the fucking unknown. I didn't say anything bad about the unknown's hair. I think... Oh, okay. I think I've either misread someone's comment or Lily's absolutely not. I interpreted as the unknown looks like they're in a right unknown state. I really feel like this should be a door, but it isn't. I'm just going to put it down to it being 10:30 at night. I don't know what time it is in China, to be fair. Like, Stephen, would you have just woke up? Or would you have been up for a little bit now? Because I feel like when we were streaming Fallout 2, you would have probably said it was about 6 AM by now. In China, it's currently 1980. Funnily enough, the game's set in 1984. Funny joke. It is 6:30. Oh, that is bloody amazing on my part. For that, we're going to blow up this motor. I'm not out of bed yet. I still don't know what day it is you actually leave. I think you've literally only got about a day or two left there. A second goblin has just chopped the cell tower. I really hope all these voices are just, like, I don't know, the developer saying, I want cheese. I assume it is. The Chinese think we all smell of milk. Yes, it's true. It's because we're all milk people. Fuck off. Are you so milk-pilled they can't smell it? Milkmen. So, are you ever, like, stopped in the street as some guard goes, "Hail there, milkman. What do you think you're doing wandering these streets? You can't be doing that, son." Some guard. I can't find the milkman anywhere. Hang on, I swear there was a key up there. Can you tell that I've been replaying this incredibly short video game quite a bit recently? I fucking love that this game has useless currency, by the way. It just makes you feel good to collect it. They say it in that exact accent too. Hello, friend. I'm sorry, but we can't be letting a milkman wander the streets at night. Return home in 30 minutes. Hello, sir. We can't be letting the milkman wander free. Is milk to be deal with? I hate how I read M-I-L-K as Martin Luther King initially, but I think this is just a fucking misreading stream. Fuck off. Get off my fucking case. I had a feeling that you'd gel quite well with something like Chopped Goblins Reg. I don't know why. Like this is literally like the game that I've been playing whilst listening to like YouTube videos in the background. Like you can get through a lot of episodes of Kitchen Nightmares with this on. Don't do it with The Sopranos though, you've got to give that your full attention. Fucking hate that motor. He just went to get milk. Lives, fun. The milk, the evil chocolate maker who loves in the walls. What's all we know about the unknown is he's a real shagger, and he's a real evil chocolate maker. Oh. Woke up this morning, shot some goblin ghouls. Imagine going to like, knock like a wall down in your house, then you just see the unknown there. Bollock naked. What are you doing here? I was going to make some evil chocolate. You could see me playing this. I could honestly see most people I know play this. I mean, you seem to have taken... Oh, it's the woman that just says mean things to you. Oh, that's a hair. I keep thinking that's a beanie. Is the unknown? Is the unknown still a public domain character? Look, the whole event makes no fucking sense because, like, was the event made with like the copyright owners in mind. I can't wait for the Quentin Blake drawing of the unknown. That is the bloke who did the Roald Dahl books, wasn't it? Yeah, it is. I'll stick to it. It's not licensed at all. Okay. Well, I'm surprised, you know, that hasn't been the next thing to happen. They find out who organised it and sort of, I don't know, like burst through the fucking windows, really. I don't know, because the only thing that a lot of people now think of when they think of, like, Willy Wonka as of now is they think of a sad woman in a meth lab. And it's, I don't know, it's just not... If I was like John Wonka or whoever owns it, I'd be like, oh, I can't be having that. That's a really satisfying sound, the picking up a phone. Right, I won't do that because I look like I'm going mental. Wonka we have to cook. Calling a Butlerian ad on the... So you've said a word that I may need a bit of explaining to. Jihad is not that word, but well, as in the people who curate it just need to fucking smash it with a hammer. I mean, in theory, you could stop any AI if you find the server it's being hosted on. Oh, I think I've actually remembered. Quite happy with that. I just remembered a secret. All my apes gone, but for AI. Bolt cutters. Right, I am about to get... There is a reason this game isn't a 10 out of 10 for what it is. And you're going to see why in about a few seconds. You saw a train, didn't you? You'd think that would mean train level. It doesn't. It doesn't mean that at all. You're in the castle of Count Dracula. They must mean to wake him from his eternal slumber to aid them in their evil rampage. A strange weapon lies in front of you, seemingly fashioned to hurl wooden stakes. I've already picked it up previously, but, you know, there we go. Yeah, so I've got the stake weapon a bit early. Gordon, into the portal. Like, I do... Like, it's better for visual variety to just have... And now we go to Dracula's castle for some reason. But, I do think... that, like, I would have liked a train level. Because I just like train levels in games. Train levels or plane levels. And by plane level, I mean a level that takes place within a plane. Not a mission where you fly a plane and shoot balloons or some bollocks like that. Sorry, Crash Bandicoot. Now we're in that one Lunacid level. Honestly, it's funny. It's funny you say that, because when I was playing this, I was thinking, wow, the colour grade in here really reminds me of Lunacid at the moment. Gordon, watch out! It's the G-Man! Scuttles out from behind mirror. How do we feel about useless currency in gaming? Excuse me 1 second. back now. I've got water. And a cat that demanded some milk. Speaking of milk, it never fucking ends. I love a useless currency. Looks at my inflated NCR dollars. They were good in Fallout 2. Oh, look, we've entered a cigar lounge. Look. Look at all that cigar lounge smoke. It didn't just... Please tell me it didn't say the Mask of the Unknown. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's because it looks like that fucking mask. I beat lots of things, just not video games on stream. Well, you didn't bin Fallout 1, and I think we are all much happier for that fact. Oh, fucking hell, I'm glad that's over. Right, that's Dracula done. Blue cheese rocks. Would I prefer this or dusk? I prefer dusk for the like the movement. I don't know what it is about this. Again, I don't think it's a better game. Like, objectively, it isn't. You can't even fucking jump in this game. But I think I appreciate a good sort of silly first-person shooter because there's not a lot of them that are actually like good. So I can look at this and see the appeal of it. I've tried blue cheese. I didn't really like it. Again, I'm not really a fan of the more visibly mouldy cheeses of the world. And so, long pause in talking. Another thing to bear in mind about chopped goblins is dusk can be like around 30 quid sometimes. I think that's the highest I've seen it. This is a £3 game. It's £3 fucking quid. So considering like how much game is here for £3, like 5 levels, £3, I think that's pretty good. Like, you don't really, it's weird to see games like this in, you know, current era. You don't really get them anymore. This would have been like what you'd get for like old PC games where you'd actually find like a game on like a shelf and it would be like a £5. You're saving on budget by not having a jump button. A lot of people are really annoyed about the no jump button because they like to just sort of bunny hop around everywhere, but I'm not too fussed about it. Like, it's very obviously trying to be as bare bones as possible with what it is. still better value than Skull and Bones. Well, that's another thing as well. I was watching a video on, I think it may have either been the developer of this, David Szymanski, or it may have been someone else talking about this game. And it's like, cut a long story short, like I think he was talking about like the current layoffs of I can't even say of like a few days ago because it feels like they're still happening, but like there's a lot of games that could be made by just a really talented like 4 or 5 people that, because they're not trying to push the boundaries of technology, never get made. And that's why we only get like overly expensive games that cost literally like over $1 billion to make. It looks like I've got a big Meat Patrick star in the way. Sorry, that really fucking distracted me. Yeah, it's really weird. 'Cause it's like, it's just like the industry's got to a point where it can't really make new games anymore. And I think that's been the worst thing about the whole live service model. Is it's accidentally killed off every other kind of game because it's just not profitable. Like, because like, if this isn't a video game crash, I honestly don't know what the fuck to call it. Again, I'm only going on about this because Stephen mentioned Skull and Bones anyway, but which apparently is a really crap-looking game. If it's not a full crash, the program has at least stopped respond. That is a very good way of putting it. Like, it feels like there are people realising that they're having to adjust what they're doing because it's completely unsustainable. Like, this fucking, again, I'm not the first one of us to go on about this, but this current console gen just feels so fucking going through the motions. It's just like, oh look, it's the cinematic game coming out again. Look, I have never felt less attached to current AAA releases. I'll stay at AAA releases because I don't want to say like games in general, because I feel like that's unfair. Because it's like, I'm playing this right now, a game made by one bloke who develops Dusk, then went, how about I just make this a micro FPS, which, you know, is not a reference to the knob, but, you know, it's just in the length of the game. Length. Fuck do I go now? Oh, it's here. Length mentioned. Industry is so sorry if I've already read this. Industry is so bloated and expensive that companies can't keep their devs after work on a game that is finished and shipped. They obviously can, but CEOs won't take bonus cuts. Yeah, it's just, It's the fact that with these layoffs, the people that spend the time to learn these systems so that they could actually make games quicker are all the people that are getting sacked. And the only people that are going to be hiring are new people who they'll be like, oh, you want to be a game developer, don't you? You're straight out of college. Well, don't you want to experience the rock star lifestyle of a game developer? And the next thing you know, you turn them into a load of fucking caffeine addicts, somehow fucking shit a game out and send them out the door. Godzilla Minus One had a budget of 10 million and got Oscar nominations for special effects. Meanwhile, the Marvel's budget was 270 million. It's just... I mean, again, that's a separate, not like serious topic, but like just a weird one. Is that a lot of the times games still feel like they have to do the celebrity cameo thing to get people to buy games, and it's like, you do realise up until this year when, you know, for some reason films overtook games, up until this year, games have been more profitable than film for like fucking 10 plus years now. They were probably less profitable because no fucking games came out. Like, I don't know. Are Marvel films that expensive because of the actors involved, and they have to have a budget of like fucking 280 at minimum to pay all of them? The death rattle of capitalism. Skull and Bones' budget was over 200 million. It's because, I don't know where I heard it, but I swear I heard of like some games either looking to in the future, or some games actively having a budget of over 500 million, and it's like, you don't need $500 million to make a game. Again, I think it was a David Szymanski video that I saw it on. It was him mentioning how he'd heard from people that these games are getting up the most just disgusting budgets of all time. And a lot of the time, as he also pointed out, it's not these games that people will be remembering in 10 years' time. Like, what the fuck are some of the most remembered and culturally significant games of recent? Even though I'm not its biggest fan, because of, I don't know, it was overdone a little bit to death in memedom. Among Us was like a real sort of popular one. Minecraft, you know, like games like that are the ones that people tend to remember. A lot of ones of indie beginnings or that currently still are the games that are going to be remembered in 10 years' time. A lot of the time, your John's cinematic masterpiece with half a fucking billion put in, or as he put it, like the fucking money of a small nation. It's not going to be remembered. It's going to be on the fucking press junket for a bit. People are going to be reviewing it and going, "Oh wow, don't the fucking hairs look better this year?" And then they're going to move on from it. Or there will be like clickbait controversy from like the sort of geeks and gamers types, and they'll be like, "Oh look, a woman was in it and she didn't have as, I don't know, what is it they fucking moan about? Like, oh yeah, that she had hair on her face." It's like, have you ever seen a real human being before? It just fucking exhausting shit like that is all that like cinematic games seem to bring. Just GTA 6 has a reported budget of $2 billion. That has actually been a thought of mine. What if people, like, it's not going to happen. Like, I will tell you this now. GTA 6 will probably make that $2 billion back in a year. Or a year or $2 billion. What if people just didn't buy it? What if people just saw it and went, "No, I'm okay. I don't need to buy GTA 6. I mean, I'm personally in no fucking rush to buy it. Until I see something that really makes me go like, "Oh wow, that looks amazing." See, this is the thing, Billy. With a live service game, a lot of them don't really need to state like the budget because it's an ongoing budget. So that's where a lot of these games that they're putting like a disgusting amount of go into. And it's not even fucking good shit that like, a lot of the time it's just like, "Oh look, we've added a new battle pass where you can see Junkrat's fucking foreskin." I don't know, like, ugh. Thank you. It's the wand of the Corinthians, Gromit. Yeah, I only don't want it to... Like, it's a weird thing, because it feels like a bit of a double standard, because it's like, you don't want people to be laying off the developers, and you want the developers to make their money, but you also don't think games should be costing fucking $2 billion and 20 years to make. Baldur's Gate. Do you know what? Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, in spite of the fact it kind of half falls into the whole trap of like being a really expensive, overproduced game, is one that people will remember. But again, Baldur's Gate 3 is a hard one to talk about because then you get into the debate of what is and isn't a AAA game, and then that is just fucking exhausting. And then how fucking games are calling themselves like quadruple A games, which is a nonsense term. Oh yeah, forgot to read the bio, but we were in Greece, getting greasy. Again, you find yourself in a whirlwind of colours. The last thing you heard was the familiar sound of the Aztec time manipulation tablet activating. This must be their final dreadful bid for victory. You emerge in a desolate wasteland, a future that is not, but could be. They have transported you to an alternate timeline, a grimy sci-fi dystopia where the chop goblins already won. You stand in their vile capital city, Choppingrad, surrounded by the ruins of human civilization, in front of a strained industrial structure that must be the HQ. You grip the staff of the Corinthians with rage. A world overrun by chop goblins just means more chop goblins to shoot. It's time for the final battle. That's the thing. If GTA 6, after all it's had behind it, is anything less than like... Again, this is why I actually think we just need to bin hype. I think we should just start having honest game trailers. Because they've hyped it up now that if it isn't the best game that's ever been made in the world and will ever be made, you know, it's just going to be like, you're going to be seeing so many... I can already see it already. Fucking, you know... White man's been here, how can you tell video essay? Fucking 2 hours long. Why GTA 6 is a disappointment. 2.5 million views. Nobel fucking Peace Prize. As some guy sits there and goes, and the story of GTA 5 was so heart-wrenching, I cried. And then I played this and I felt nothing. Sorry, that was just a separate fucking rant, but it's just... It feels like any game that gets a sequel, the first thing you see is this game disappointing, and then you'll see someone talking about their emotional journey they went through with the other one, and they'll be describing to you the most mid-fucking story you've ever seen in your life. Ugh. Remember back in day when we went in shops and judged a game based on the cover? Isn't it weird to think there must be so many potentially really good games that we've glossed over completely? Unironically, you just described my introduction to Killzone. I'm so sorry, Stephen. It wasn't what I had in mind. I'll be totally honest. Sorry, Reg. I know you. I don't mean to do this. It was someone talking about Saints Row. I'll just fucking call it what it is. It was someone talking about the emotional impact that Saints Row had, and that how it was like. And it's like, look, yes, the second game looks good, but it's like but I watched all those story cutscenes, and none of them made me go, "Oh, I better start fucking crying about it." The only thing that I find sad about Saints Row 2 is that guy that was working on it until he died, that update for PC. That I found fucking sad. But when someone's talking to me about the story and it's just, I don't know, John Gangster does gangster things, it's like, I don't know. I don't need the footage to be in black and white, thank you very much. I'm 37. Oh, fuck's sake. Stephen means he got into Killzone because of fucking box art. But you don't work at Tesco's in Hull. Oh, I went through this one and I felt nothing. That's because you're 30s. But yeah, to expand on my point, I think what a lot of like the sort of video essay stuff does that does annoy me. And again, I'm sorry if I'm going on a rant that quite literally, no one gives a shit about outside of me. But I think what I don't like is people putting down what other people enjoyed to put over what they enjoyed. Like, again, I like Saints Row 3 to an extent. I know some people really dislike that game. Again, I liked it for the time. I probably wouldn't go back to it. But, like, if there was someone that really liked it, I wouldn't sit here and go, it was the worst game I've ever played. Shit, useless. Like, I honestly think the only game that sort of deserves that vitriol was Borderlands 3. Because that looks like the kind of game that was designed by a man with a darts board. Like that, like if there's any game that actually does look a bit fucking objectively soulless, it is that. Few games or stories are going to have much impact when you watch cutscenes or read the cliff notes. Do you know what, Stephen? I actually completely agree, because I have watched. Again, so tell you what, showing my own ignorance there. Maybe if I went and played Saints Row 2, I'd have a little cry and go, "Wow, that was brilliant!" Because I tell you, a game that I wasn't expecting to get me emotional. I don't know why it did, but it was like, for me, it was Mafia 2 recently. I'd never really played it through. And there were just quite a few times in there that was like, wow, this is just actually a pretty decent fucking game. I kind of wish I actually went out and brought it rather than just replayed the demo over and over again. Yeah. That game is a really good radio, by the way. A lot of like Fallout 3 and 4 songs. The main thing that interests me about Saints Row 2, I will admit, is the character creator. But the problem is, a lot of people that talk about Saints Row 2 just use the default player character, and it really bothers the shit out of me. It's like, you had all those options and you chose white man with a purple vest. You had all those options and you chose white man, shaved head, vest. You could have made anything you wanted. You could have made a chop goblin, and you chose to just make you rolling out of bed in the morning going, looking forward to the Borderlands movie. Again, I will watch it if you watch it with me. You won't watch it with me, I know you won't. But if you want to make a meal out of it and watch the Borderlands film with me, so we can do some of that juicy talk about shit film content, I'll do that. But I'm not watching that fucking film on my own. I based my SR2 character and subsequent sequels on T2 Arnie with Cockney accent. I know what voice you picked as well, because I think he's in all of them. I completely forget you can pick the voice in that game, because again, so many videos just have the player character being, "Hey sport, wanna play catch?" You want to watch FNAF with me? I will be watching. But again, speaking of films, I wouldn't watch the FNAF movie on my own. I'm going to be honest, Lily. I feel like a fucking fish out of water, and not even one of the mud ones that can actually, like, walk in water. Is what walk in water? No, if it's a mud fish, it goes on mud. Fucking. Saying that, there probably is a fish that can walk on water. I imagine there is. There is a few things that can actually walk on water. Just funnily enough, not people. I'm sorry, I tried to deflect it at him. It didn't work. I've just made myself look like a fool. Lord knows I'm not a bloody fool, girl. They're snot cocoons. What if the SR3 or 4 voices is just Nolan? Not... I do actually remember that. Yeah, in 4, you can just outright pick Nolan North as a voice. I was actually, I don't know where it was, I was finally able to actually find a video. Like, I think there was like one video I have found talking about that shitty new Saints Row game that doesn't, I don't know, again, it doesn't use the word woke. And it's so hard because I'm just going to be honest, a lot of the Saints Row creators give a lot of righty vibes to them. And I get it. I can see how it would be the kind of game to appeal to, you know, those sorts of people, I guess. But like the amount of times I'm just trying to find like an actual fucking analysis of the game and why it's shit and the reason it's shit, and I finally found one. And of course, it was another person from the UK, and it's like, I love how like, every fucking American review I saw on it, every single fucking one, it was the fucking, it would start with them, you know, doing close-ups of the characters' faces, going on about how woke they were for not being white or whatever, and it's like, look, the characters are shit, but can you please tell me why, rather than just say that you don't like them? That's all I'm asking for. Because I know this game is shit. I know it's fucking awful. Now, can you please put that into words so I can watch and go, oh, that's why I feel that way, rather than just go, it's shit because of them. It's so fucking annoying. The new Saints Row was based on a bit of NPC dialogue in the second game. I did hear about that. Allegedly. Yeah, that was the conclusion this video reached. Like, the new characters are shit because none of them actually had the redeeming qualities of a fucking Velma character, like the shite TV show. And when I had it explained to me in that way, that was basically all I needed to hear. It's like, okay, it's just fucking mean-spirited and kind of shit. And that's the thing. That's all I needed you to say. I didn't need you to shove your fucking political things down my throat of how, I don't know, of how you think the characters are woke or whatever. I didn't need to hear any of that shit. I just needed you to explain to me why the game and the characters are wank. And I was so glad that I finally found a video, because I tell you what, the initial fucking videos for that game were just everything you expect. Red fucking text, the thumbnails with the characters in the game with their faces all squished and it's like zoomed and distorted, and it was that same fucking shite fucking patter for the whole fucking thing. And it took ages to find a video that just actually went, this is why it's shit. The missions are shit. The characters are mean-spirited and poorly written and you don't care about them. And it took... So, and again, I know I'm fucking hamming on about this, but like, it is so fucking annoying and just sometimes painful to sift through the same old shit to actually find a good answer for something. Woke. Wow. I want Scott's game in the thing is, Scott would actually give like a good review of it because Scott isn't one of those channels. Like he'd actually give like a decent sort of destruction of the game whilst actually making it funny because it was, I don't know, insert some silly shit that I and other people find funny. But you know, it's yeah. Can we all get my Oh my god, that's terrible. Can we all get the frustration that I'm voicing? I'm sure we've all had it with something where we've tried to look it up and every video on it has been a video like that, and then it's like, wow, I don't want to look anymore because it's all the same shit. Point is thoroughly gotten. Okay. Wait a second. No, what are you saying? I definitely didn't turn off the wrong video source. So, let's have a look. Sam got bin. It's time to find a new streamer. I had this of the Ahsoka show. I wanted to see some balanced reviews on it, good and bad, but YouTube was flooded with morphed Rosario Dawson face in thumbnail. This show murdered my children. Woke. Yeah, it's that's the thing that ultimately, like, look, we live in a world where you're allowed to express like your political opinion or your shitty opinion or whatever it is. You can fucking do it. But when everything is the same fucking opinion, and it's just, and it's an entirely subjective one at that, and is largely rooted in hateful rhetoric, I kind of don't want to fucking look at it. And I think that's the worst thing, is that YouTube just goes out their way to just promote such fucking shit all the time. The woke streamer on YouTube gone sexual. Yeah, basically. That's the thing. I don't mind complaining about things. I mean, that's the reason why anyone streams, really. They just don't want to admit it. Apart from Lily, who isn't a complainy streamer. But for most people, they stream to have a little bit of a complaint, I think. And when you have to... I mean, you have to just keep sorting through it. It's just fucking... demoralising. Well, yeah, so back onto... I feel like I've missed something. No, that's just me getting binned again. Okay, it was just Reg saying they had the same thing as Steven. As for not being able to find any good critique of Ahsoka. I will say this, Obi-Wan didn't get the same problem. But Obi-Wan did not have the same problem of, or at least I personally, I think I was able to find fairly good things across the board for it. People that hated it, like, you know, people that enjoyed it. I think the worst thing about that show is it just needed to... Again, it needed to be longer. Because the time pacing of it may have been some of the worst I think I've ever seen from any TV show. And whoever did the colour grading for it needs to be sacked or put through film school. Because whoever did it clearly knew how to do colourful planets. Because like Alderaan looked like really nice whenever they went there. And then whenever it was any lightsaber fight, all I can think of when I look at the lightsaber fights in that, the first thing I think of is YouTube compression. That's all I think when I look at them. It's like I can imagine it in my head right now how it looks. You've got the lightsabers in the middle, and then outlining it is just pixelated fucking grey everywhere. What's a film or game or book you've enjoyed recently? Positive, no complain time. I do need to read more books, to be fair. Again, I've done audio books, you know, like the Patrick Stewart one. That's pretty good. I've quite enjoyed this game. I have already beaten it, and I'm not doing a very good job of beating it on stream. You're meant to be able to beat this game in like 30 minutes, by the way. I really enjoyed playing Mafia 2. And I'm enjoying replaying yet again for like the third or fourth time Mafia Definitive Edition. I really enjoyed Scarlet, Pokemon Scarlet. I wasn't expecting to enjoy that after hearing how shitty and buggy it is. Like, I think I find that I actually just am someone who just really enjoys Pokemon games. It's like, but I could never stream them because I don't think it makes for a very good stream game. June Part 2. Oh yeah, Reg, you mentioned Barbie movie. You've sent the Ken song to me a few times. But that's the thing. Pokemon to me is a game I play on a sofa, or on a call with someone, and I just enjoy the fucking thing. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. It really makes you feel like Mothership Zeta. Zeta. Just killed all those streamers. Look, they had a shotgun upgrade on them, I had to. You're playing as a rogue, man. Okay, is there anything in the fucking streaming room, though? Hi, guys, I got my fucking 200 bazillion inch monitor. Oh, I don't know if it'll be enough to read chat. Oh, hello, John. Oh, show us your ass. No, mate, I can't. TOS thing. They weren't real people, they were fucking Bitcoin farmers. Are they called farmers? No, they're called Bitcoin miners. I was gonna say Bitcoin farmers. Just picturing a load of dickheads with straw hats on going, I need to get that Bitcoin. Oh my! The harvest is looking bad for the Bitcoin. You Jim right. Went, sorry mate. Whole office is closed. Oh, not this fucking room. With that in your hand. Oh my. You emerge gasping from the time portal back in the museum basement, your own time just as you'd left it. But what of the chop goblins? You glance frantically out the window. The city streets are miraculously undestroyed and unchopped. The nightmare is over. Then your eye catches something in the corner. The dusty old chest that had imprisoned the chop goblins is still there and still open. The chop goblins are still out there somewhere, waiting for the opportunity to chop again. They are living among us. Average citizens, average heroes. Among Us mentioned, but that's the game over. Again, this is a game you can literally just play whilst listening to something in the background. Why are you doing this to me, son? Another one. Be a son to me. I've been like a scalp to you. Be a half to me. You still play Pizza Tower? I haven't went back to it for a bit. Again, I know people liked the Pizza Tower streams. I just didn't like playing it on stream. I just thought it was a really shit stream game. There was no engagement with the chat, and if there's no engagement with the chat, I might as well not fucking play it. Like, I get nothing out of just sitting here playing a game. Believe it or not, as much as I used to have a bit of a reputation for not reading comments, I really get nothing out of streaming if I'm not interacting with people. This is the game. Duke Nukem 3D wishes Among Us mentioned. Sorry if I've already read this. Look at that. Finished the game on stream. It's kind of cheating to play this on stream, to be honest, because it is so fucking easy to beat. But yeah. Game's over. Not binned. Oh, fuck, Billy just muted someone. For £3. Yeah, for £3 you get all that. And you also get a mode where you can go back to the... Let's go back into the game. You get New Game Plus. You can go once again, and then you can change things. You can activate mirrored version, which I hate. Or you can use alternative weapons. So you can go back in. And you basically just get two different weapons. You get like a single fire shotgun, and you get like a revolver. So there's an amount of replay value. How much you consider that, you know, I'll leave up to viewer interpretation. No, I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow. No idea what I'd play, so you might have a free slot. See, I would, but I don't know a good time for Stephen to watch, because I want Stephen to be able to watch. If I do stream, it will be Mafia Definitive, because I'm obviously enjoying streaming that. I don't know when Stephen will be able to watch it. And I will make sure my phone's charged this time so that I can actually read. Another Mafia stream wouldn't... yeah, I wouldn't mind doing another Mafia stream. It's the oh, for fuck's sake. I love how I mentioned on stream. So I've just checked our Discord. I mentioned on stream, is there a Quentin Blake drawing of the unknown? And then Stephen sends What is that? Said Mr. Wonka. It's the unknown. No, cried young Charlie. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's the unknown. Why is he so happy to show off the unknown? It's the unknown who he milks for all his chocolate. Right, and with that horrible thought mentioned, um, just don't worry about working it around me. Okay, well, as long as if when you are able to watch, um, you enjoy the Mafia streams, because again, I really, really liked that first Mafia stream. Like, it just feels. I wish I knew why I really never want to stream GTA, but I'm happy to stream Mafia. I don't know. There is a difference. Like they're both open world, crimey, driving around games, but Mafia feels a lot more contained, whereas GTA just feels like a fucking mess. Anyway, with that said, thank you for coming to the stream, everyone. Meth Oompa Loompa. Right. Have a good night.